Welcome to the Don't Be a Basic Bitch on Mirage video. Now, this video is about Mirage and A with smokes, right? So for those of you playing pugs and so on, most people know A with smokes. They know how to smoke here, there, and over there, and that's like their entire life on Mirage. It's all they can do. They don't go mid because they don't know what they're doing. So the purpose of this video is to show you some other things you can do to try and expand your game a little bit. On a side note, if you're here with an AWP and somebody is in sandwich position, most of the time you can see their feet and actually shoot them. But if somebody's on this little ledge here, then you can't. But most of the time they're going to be somewhere in between, trying to hide from palace. So more often than not, if you have not, you will see someone's foot there. Anyway, one thing I learned from a fall-in video recently, which is quite common, if there is a smoke here, for example, don't let that shy you away from molotoving the shadow position. So go in this corner, aim in that corner, then just don't move your mouse. Just walk with WASD and mouse 1. And congratulations, you have molotoved most of this area under here. It's not hard to do. And if you can do that consistently, then when your teammate is running in, you have your A with smokes. If you insist on doing that, which is fine, you know, in a vacuum. If you get a Molotov over here as well, or have someone watching this or whatever, then if no one's here, make sure you look here, the ninja position. You can see it from connector. From sandwich. Very important to look over here. Now, when you do go A with smokes, if you stand around this area, you are probably not going to have a very good execute. Try to just keep moving anywhere but here. Also, if you come out of palace and you stand here for ages, you're exposed to all of this, to this, to this, to somebody in triple, and anybody around default, and if somebody's there as well. So if you stand here for ages, it's probably not going to go well for you. Just get into the site, help your teammates take the site, and use these smokes to take more area. Now, the point of this is to show what you can do elsewhere. It's a really helpful smoke. You can do it from here, you can do it from here. It's more or less the same thing. You aim it at the corner of this aerial. If you do this every round for your teammate, then it's very helpful for them to run across mid. Although when you do this, have your gun out and make sure you check under here, especially on an eco. CTs can use this smoke and they can just sit there and just hold an angle or just charge up here. So always do this. But when you're here, and I should show my view model settings. Video, let's see. I don't even know where to find it. View model. So view model preset position is classic, and I'm playing in 1080p. Just for those of you who are wondering, these are all my view model settings. So that's important because I line up with the smoke grenade for these two smokes. You can do them with palm trees if your, I believe if your graphics are set to low, then the palm trees won't move. You can see mine are moving because I have shiny knives and I want to see the shiny knives. Anyway, if you put the corner of the smoke grenade, you have to be in this corner. Put the corner of the smoke grenade there, like so. On my settings, 1080p classic. What this does is smoke off connector. This is something I learned from Dignitas demos, and then you can go here, for example, line up with the aerial about here on the rim. That will flash a lot of connector. Your teammates need to know to look away from that. It's very hard or impossible to flash all of connector because if somebody's here, you're going to have a hard time flashing them. And if somebody's here, you're not flashing both, you know, etc. Anyway, if you have teammates, if you get top mid to throw smoke into the window, then you can have your teammates move down mid, but just be careful of the angles here. There can still be someone in connector as well, but the pop flash helps. Pop flash comes in, then you can look for somebody here, look for somebody blind spots. So you can take connector, and if you can do that, then maybe draw out somebody over towards short. If you get a pick short, then you can send people towards B. You can do whatever you want. Another one is a guardian smoke from here, just like about that. well, it's what I've seen him do anyway. Onto the short position. This can cause problems for a B split. You can try and bait a rotation with that. You know, I mean, here's the smoke. Figure out what you want to do with it, but don't just be about A with smokes and have no idea of what you want to do in mid. If you do that connector smoke, if you do the smoke up here every round, and you do the connector smoke every round, if you have a smoke here or whatever, you can move up short. You can do a lot more than just standing with loads of people outside A. So I just want to draw people away from only knowing A with smokes. That's not enough. This is a big map and there's a lot you can do, so just try and expand your own possibilities with some of these smoke lanes. Oh, almost forgot. One for jungle. In this corner, you crouch, aim here, but again with this. And then you have a smoke which goes towards jungle. And for example, I mean, this leaves connector open. Let's say you have controller connector or whatever your plan is. You can combine that with another smoke. This is how I do it. I line it up here. Then line up with this and with that. So here, just stand. So that smokes triple box. You've got jungle smokes as well. Now the CTs have problems. They are denied a lot of information. So if you're in connector, that might draw somebody out into this area. But let's say you have somebody on ramp. You know, there's just loads of scenarios you can do learning these smokes. So learn some of these and see what you can get done with them. And one smoke on this, one Molotov on the CT side. Which, if you think people only know A with smokes, just stand on this corner, aim here, and you can just ruin people's lives with a nice Molotov like that. Cheers.